So I'm just almost like the song says, I'm just praying to God for something to hurry up and find me. I'm praying to God that the man will hurry up and get done with his thing where I think at first I thought he went with some floozy. And I think that's how it started out, on some kind of floozy infused Las Vegas romp. And at some point, I think it drifted into some kind of a dry out session. I'm not sure. From the tone of some of the phone calls, because the man called a couple days ago. He said he was going to be there in like 2 or 3 days. He was going to bring a little extra money, and 4 or 5 days have gone by, and the sainted lady's getting sick and tired of me hovering around her legs. You know, she smacked me in the head the other day with a spoon. Says, "Hey, go play with the other dogs." I almost said to her, "You don't you understand? These dogs are getting weird. I don't want to hang out with them anymore." And I think I almost looked at her and conveyed it with my eyes and my expression. I think she understood, and she was basically like, "God, too bad. I'm too old to screw around with this kind of crap." And she said it with a tone that I was like, "Oh my God, the sainted lady, don't tell me that's a ruse." And I don't think it's a ruse. I just think even the sainted lady gets tired. And she's like, "You know what? Sometimes you have to go do what you got to do. We all do. You think I want to hang out with 6 dogs? What are you, an idiot? I can't breathe. Everywhere I look, there's a mat of dog fur under every table I got." I thought, I'm in a house of horrors. This sainted lady, she's just in it for the money. She's got to have the money. And I was like, oh my God, this is so terrible. She looks at me and she pats me on the head and says, "It won't be so bad. Just go do what you got to do. Because I'm too tired to protect you anymore. I can't do it. I'm too tired, I tell you." Again, right then, a turd shot right down. And I tried to kind of hide it. She got so mad, I thought she was going to pour a pot of boiling water on me. She picked up this pot of soup, and she realized she's going to want to eat that soup. She set it back down the burner. I thought, oh my God, I almost got scalded. I raced around. When I ran out into the courtyard, the dogs, they were like in some kind of scene from West Side Story, and they were like snapping their paws. I don't even know how dogs could snap a paw like that. And they kind of started to approach me. I just said, bullshit. You know what? I might be an idiotic, stupid dog, but at some point I know this. And bam, zam, I bolted. I did one bound on the top of the fence, and I was over the fence and gone. And from that point on in this story, I didn't have any more interactions with these people other than to beg for food and stay at a distance. One time, and I'll tell you that story one time, they let the Saint Bernard and the German Shepherd out, like they were gonna rent me, they were gonna wound me. I heard the sainted lady say, "This is what we do. We let the German Shepherd chase it around to the back to the house and let the Saint Bernard jump out of the shadows and attack it." I thought, yeesh, these people are kind of worse off than I even thought. Well, sure enough, they let those 2 stupid dogs bolt out the door. I kind of was like barking or something, begging for some food. I ducked down around a little bend. They went scooting by. I raced up. I actually jumped into the backyard because there was a few food dishes that, she was scattered around out there, trying to coax some of the stupider dogs back into the back. None of them would take her up on it. She wanted to get them out of the way so they could commit the evil, heinous acts upon me. I ate some of the food. I got a good meal, and then I snuck back around. I hid under a car till they called these 2 stupid dogs, and at some point I almost started snoring. It was so boring. They finally called those 2 stupid dogs back in the house, and I went back up in the woods. I'm a mountain dog, a woods dog. I love it up there, so I'm happy, believe me. Once I see the man's Ford Festiva pull up, I'll come down.